Hi, I'm Danny Lipford.
And I'm Chelsea Lipford-Wolf.
Thanks for watching this episode of Today's Homeowner here on YouTube. And don't forget to leave us a like and a comment.
And be sure to share with a friend, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos.
Thanks and enjoy the show.
I am right in the middle of what will be a tremendous master bathroom, and we'll complete it all in this week's show. Stay with us.
Today's Homeowner with Danny Lipford, the voice of home improvement, with projects, tips, and ideas to help you improve your home.
It's not uncommon to find a good bit of water damage in a subfloor when you're doing a bathroom renovation like this one. Now, that's one of the problems we'll correct, as well as a problem the homeowners had with the original bathroom being too small, especially for today's standards of a master bathroom. The original bathroom was fairly out of date as well. We'll be addressing all of that in this renovation. Now, in order to make the bathroom larger for the homeowners, we're taking in about 5 feet of an adjacent room, which originally was a study, very seldom used by the homeowners. They thought it would be better used to enlarge their bathroom to have plenty of countertop space and cabinetry, closet for our toilet, as well as a large custom shower. Then the remaining part of the study will become a great looking walk-in closet. Now, this is a very common request to have a master bathroom and a large walk-in closet all built in the same area of the home. We'll show you some of the things that have gone into the design of this, and we'll show you the completed project in this week's show. Don't go anywhere. I can see on the plans a number of great design decisions that the homeowners made for the layout of their new master bathroom. Now, this project will take about 5 to 6 weeks to complete. We're about a week into the project, but the actual work on the design and the plans themselves started several months ago. Originally, the master bath in this home had a compact layout with a tub shower combo on one side and a double vanity on the other. The new plan moves the entry from the bedroom over a few feet, eliminates the hallway door of the adjacent study, and expands the bath area by about 5 feet. This allows plenty of room for all the elements the owners wanted to include. However, before we could start creating the new space, we had to strip the old bath down to the bare bones and start from scratch. The water damage that we found in the subfloor was fairly limited to just this one area, and that's the area that was directly below the original bathtub. And we removed all of the subfloor, which was the 1x6 pine, and fortunately all of our joists are in great shape. Now, instead of replacing the area that was damaged with the same 1x4, you can see we're using a piece of 3/4 inch CDX plywood. That'll be the same thickness that we need, and that'll be all nailed in place. Now, before we've gotten to this point, we cleaned out everything under the crawl space, because you never want to have any type of partially damaged wood laying on the ground, because termites love that. That will attract them for miles around, and it's never pleasant for the electrician or plumber when they're doing their work under the remodeled bathroom to crawl over all of that debris. Now, they'll nail all of this off and secure it. Then the next step will be to level up this flooring with the original subflooring that was originally the study area over on this side of the room. Now, we'll level all of this up again using just a wood skid system like they have here. And the reason this is a little lower than this is because this was originally an old ceramic floor, had a 2-inch grout bed, which was a combination of cement and sand. It was put in place, it's the way they used to do it in the old days, and the ceramic was placed right on top. The new method will be for us to, again, level up the subfloor, then we'll come back over all of the floor with a 1/2-inch cement backer board. Then, after everything's complete, the new ceramic tile can be applied to the new cement backer board. Well, we're moving along on this one, and really, after this is done, we can really get going on this bathroom. Even though there will be more layers of flooring and plenty of weight on top of this subfloor, Mark and Butch are careful to nail it down thoroughly so that there are no squeaks later on. Next, they'll measure the offset in the floor and rip down some 2x4s on the table saw to create the skids we need. These skids are nailed down, running in the same direction as the joists below them. Again, being careful to keep everything tight. After all of the skids were in place on the subfloor, the 3/4 inch plywood was installed to level everything up with the original subfloor in this bathroom. Now the little voids that we have here aren't a problem at all because another layer of 1/2-inch cement backer board will be installed over this to smooth everything out and prep it for the ceramic tile that will be installed later. Now our plumber's been busy out on the project and establishing all of the water and drain lines. This is one of the 2 vanity sinks that are being installed. This is right in the position of an old doorway. So we have our drain line, our hot and cold water lines. Now this pipe is a vent pipe because when you have water going down a drain like this, it forces air up that may contain sewer gas, which can really make for a bad odor in a bathroom. So that has to be vented to the outside. So the vent pipe goes along, it ties together with this vent pipe that connects to the second sink, then it continues on up. And you can see where the plumber used some of the old piping there, the copper that ties into the cast iron. Now you have to have a vent pipe for every drain you have in a bathroom, and this particular one is for the shower that I'm standing in. We have the drain there, and that ties in under the floor. And also he installed all of the valves for the shower and the shower head. Now this has to be done right because all of the walls are going to be closed up. You don't want to ever have to go back in a shower wall like that. Now our electrician had a fair amount of work to do in this fairly small bathroom with the lights going over the vanity, one here and one there, then a bank of switches that we have that will control all of the light fixtures, including 3 recessed lights here in the main part of the bathroom, 2 over the shower, and 1 over our little toilet room. But another thing that the electrician has installed, which is such an important part of bathroom renovation, that's proper ventilation. You can see this is the vent fan housing that later on will have the motor and everything that'll be installed. They have one here as well as one in the toilet room or the water closet. Now later our air conditioning and heating contractor will use vent pipe to vent these all the way to the outside, which is very important to rid the bathroom of odors as well as moisture, which can really cause a problem. Well, at this point, we're ready for our inspections to take place, our insulation to go in, and Mark's in the process of measuring all of the drywall that'll be installed. But before we move any further along on this project, take a look at this week's cool, simple solution.
It's time for this week's simple solution from home repair expert Joe Truini.
There's many times when you're improving your home, you'll find yourself in a tight spot. When driving a nail in these situations, you have to be very careful not to hit the wrong nail.
Well, in this case, we have some molding that I put up the other day. It's a very short piece that returns to the window and a little corner trim. Now, the nail in that corner and hold it is pretty difficult, so what I did in this case was just use a pair of needle nose pliers. It worked perfectly with the little pointed nose to get right into the corner. You can start the nail, then just pull away the pliers and finish nailing off. Now, if you don't happen to have a pair of pliers, you can also just use a little strip of cardboard.
You can always find a piece of cardboard laying around.
Just cut it out of a box that was laying around, and you just push the nail through. You want the nail right near the very end, and again, you use it basically the same way. Just hold it in place wherever you need it, start the nail, and you can also, if you want to drive it all the way in, you can leave the cardboard in place and it protects the wood. Then you just pull off the cardboard and you can finish nailing it or setting the nail into the wood.
But my favorite is the pencil.
The pencil, yeah, I remember I showed you this once before. If you get a pencil with a brand new pencil with a full eraser, you just cut a little slit in it and that'll act as a clamp to hold the nail. Just cut all the way down. There we go. That holds it.
Oh,
and
perfect.
again, you can just hold it in place, start the nail, pull away the pencil, and finish hammering.
All right, nice and smooth. Good job, Butch. Now, as you can see, we have our walls and our ceilings in place in our renovated master bathroom, and the last few days have been very, very busy. After our electrician and plumber completed all of their work that's behind the walls, then we installed all of the insulation, even in the interior walls. Then, right on their heels, our drywall installers came in and finished the installation of every bit of our green moisture-resistant drywall. Now, the moisture-resistant drywall is always recommended around any wet areas of kitchens and bathrooms, but we always feel a lot better by using it everywhere in the bathroom since it's so prone to excessive moisture. This gives it a little bit more longevity, even though it costs just a little bit more. Now, our drywall installers were pretty sharp, and you can see that the lines that are drawn here, kind of a no man's zone. You don't want any fasteners to go into this area because if you remember earlier, we had all of our plumbing pipes, water and drain lines running between here and there. So that's an area that will make sure that no trim, nails, or any of the screws that attach the cabinets to the walls land anywhere around that. We don't want a leaky pipe later on down the road. Now at this point, after the drywall, as you can see, has been completely finished, and you may have noticed Butch was using this kind of interesting looking tool. It's a vacuum cleaner basically hooked to a large sanding pad. So in a renovation like this that's in an existing home, this is so handy to pull a lot of the drywall dust from the job and right into the shop vac. That makes it very easy to get rid of all of that dust because that can really be the thing that gets into the existing part of the house, not making the homeowner very happy at all. Well, at this point, we're ready to move forward with this renovation, including the crown molding, other pieces of trim, our cement backer board, and our cabinets. The door units and the moldings that go with them are installed first before the bathroom cabinets arrive. The cabinets are going in now so that the remaining trim can be tied into them. All three of these units are fit in place before they are leveled and secured to the walls. With the cabinets complete, the rest of the trim work can continue. Mark is joining these outside corner pieces of crown molding on the floor first so that they'll fit snugly when he installs them around the tall linen cabinet. The cement backer board goes down next, and finally the ceramic tile is installed throughout the entire bathroom. As soon as our tile floor was dried, there was a lot of activity in this bathroom, starting with our paint crew that dropped by and applied 2 coats of yellow on the walls and 2 coats of semi-gloss white latex on all of the trim. Now, the contrast there really goes together well, especially up against our brand new cabinets and the stained finish we have on them. That really kind of ties everything together, and stained cabinets seem to be so popular these days in bathrooms in addition to kitchens. Our electrician was by, started installing some of the really nice fixtures the homeowner selected here on the wall above the vanity, as well as some of our recessed lights are starting to go in. Culture Marble contractor installed all of the walls and the pan for our large custom shower. Then we really got busy on all of the work here in the walk-in closet. Now this walk-in closet, if you remember, used to be a fairly good sized study. We took 2 or 3 feet of the study in order to enlarge the existing bathroom, but still we have plenty of room in this closet. Now the homeowners wanted to save all of the wood paneling on the walls of the original study, so we saved that, and now we're in the process of building a bit of an enclosure around this part of the closet to create room for 2 closet rods, and the painters are painting it a brown color to blend it in. So we have 2 rods over there, 2 rods over there, 2 more rods over there, so there's plenty of hanging space in this fairly small walk-in closet. And when we come back, we'll show you all of this being completed right after our best new product of the week.
Let's join Danny at the Home Center to check out this week's best new product.
Over the years, companies have developed all kinds of different portable sawhorses and workbenches. I found one that's very heavy duty. It's from Husky and very lightweight, folds up real nicely to where you can hang it right on the wall of your workshop. But let me show you some of the features this particular one has. First of all, like I say, it folds up really nice, and here's the top of it that just clips right off. Then all you have to do is just spread it apart like that. And with the grooves that you have in the back of the tabletop, it can just hook right in place and secures down, and it's nice and sturdy. But to prevent it from coming apart when you move it from room to room, you can lock it like that, and you can pick it right up without it falling apart, which is a real problem with a lot of benches like this. A few other features: if you're working on a surface that's not exactly level, has a little adjustable leg so that you can make sure that the table is nice and sturdy and not wobbly. And when you're talking about heavy duty, this will support a weight of up to 750 pounds. Of course, rarely would you ever have any weight like that in a workshop situation, but it's good to know that it's there if you need it. And this whole thing, only $35. At this stage in most renovation projects, there's so many little loose ends that have to be taken care of. That's exactly what we're handling today. Now, our electrician's just finishing up the installation of the dimmers and the light switches, all of the other light fixtures and exhaust fans, and soon our plumber will be on the job installing the last little bit of plumbing fixtures, which are our drop-in sinks. Now, our granite countertops were installed just a couple days ago, and before they were installed, all of the cutting and drilling took place. They put it in place, and then the backsplashes were glued in, and really does look good, especially up against the nice, rich cabinet wood that we have. Now, so many times when we show you granite countertops on the show, there will be a polished edge around the rim to accommodate a under-counter mounted bowl. These particular bowls are drop-in, so it's not as important that this be nice and polished, because once they are installed, you have to be careful because this is the china up against the stone, and you can chip it real easily. The plumber will secure this down, put the faucet in. It'll be a nice, elegant look in this bathroom. Soon our mirror man will be by too to install these nice custom mirrors that are being provided as well. Now, the installation of all of the fixtures went pretty easy, and of course the exhaust fan we mentioned earlier in the show, and how important an exhaust fan is to help pull all of the moisture out of a bathroom, and this one's positioned perfectly right at the entryway to the large shower. Now, this one's nice and quiet, and it has a low profile to it, so that's a good selection the homeowners made, but you might be surprised at how some of the exhaust fans look these days.
So we've taken ventilation and we combined it with a decorative light fixture. Traditionally, you would have installed two separate fixtures, and now we've combined it into one. What that does is it saves time and it saves material as well. With our decorative fixtures, you'll find designs being from traditional all the way to contemporary, which will suit most designs in homes today. Also, you're going to find a variety of finishes to match those fixtures within your bathroom.
Regardless of what style exhaust fan you select for your bathroom, it's essential to have proper ventilation, and it's required by most building codes across the country. Now, at this point, the homeowners are really anxious to move into their new bathroom and start enjoying the bathroom they had envisioned for years and years, and they're very close here. You know, the electrician's already completed his work, cabinets, flooring, all of that's complete. All that's lacking is the shower door, a little touch-up paint, a little cleanup, and the homeowners can move right in. And we'll show you the tour of the completed bathroom right after our Around the Yard.
Let's head outside for Around the Yard with lawn and garden expert Tricia Craven-Worley.
Tricia, a lot of the tips that you share with us involve making different mixtures. I guess you do a lot of mixing at your home.
I do a lot of mixing, and today I'm going to make tea.
Okay, what kind of tea and what's it good for?
Well, it's not for you, but actually it's a great tea for plants. And what I'm going to do is just use some compost and some alfalfa. Now, I actually have alfalfa here. You could also use alfalfa pellets. Both of these things are very, very good for nutrition in the soil.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is take maybe a shovelful, I'm going to use my hands in this instance, of the composted matter.
Okay, you want me to start stirring, I guess?
Please start stirring.
Okay.
And then a couple of handfuls of the alfalfa. And remember, you can also use the pellets. And what this is doing is it's making, literally, a tea, just like you would steep a tea at home. So likewise, just like you need to let it have time to get brown, you're going to let this get brown.
Okay, now do you fill this all the way up to the top?
Yes, yeah. In this instance, this is about a 5-gallon batch. So this is something that you might want to keep on the patio for your patio plants.
Yeah, I see.
And so when you water them, you're also giving them the nutrition.
Okay, and then you just let it sit there a couple days and water it from time to time? Stir it from time to time?
Stir it from time to time, and when it's all poured out, you can actually use the matter at the bottom to put around your plants for some composting. Now, I have a friend who's an organic gardener, and he uses a manure tea.
Oh, is that right? I hope he has a lid on that.
He does. It's a 32-gallon, and he just uses it all the time for his roses, and he's an award winner.
That sounds great.
This bathroom renovation is completely finished, and it's been quite a transformation.
The old bath we started with was pretty small for a master bath, and the look was certainly dated. It simply wasn't meeting the owner's needs, so the solution was to expand it. The new, larger bathroom has plenty of open floor space. A custom linen cabinet is the centerpiece, which is flanked by vanities on either side. On the opposite wall, the toilet is tucked away in a water closet, and the new shower is large enough to include a built-in seat. What remains of the old study has been modified to create a great walk-in closet which completely utilizes the available space. I hope you enjoyed seeing this project come together, and hopefully we've been able to provide you some ideas you can use around your home. Thanks for being with us. Next week, in addition to create that...
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Today's Homeowner. And don't forget to comment, like, and hit the bell icon so that we can notify you when new videos are posted.
And don't go anywhere, click around and continue the home improving fun.